Thanks, Goose. If there's one thing that a zombie apocalypse is good for, it's getting the chance to shoot stuff up. And that's what you'll be doing a lot of in the twin stick shooting of Dead Nation Apocalypse Edition.
It's been more than a year since the outbreak. It took from me everyone I loved.
Dead Nation was originally released for PSN way back in 2010, but now it's received a next/current gen, slightly improved, special higher def remastered re-release, plus DLC for the PS4.
In the campaign, you can play either solo or co-op as Jack McReady or Scarlet Blake, as they try to survive through the most cliched zombie apocalypse story ever.
If you get bitten, you become one of them. But not me.
Basically, you're immune to the virus for some reason, so you have to go to a medical facility to try and save humanity with your specialness.
Yeah, it's hardly the most original plot, but I think it's knowingly B-grade and it does the job for this kind of experience. Also, props to them for writing and voicing both the male and female leads for what is essentially an arcade game.
The combat is pretty standard but satisfying twin stick shooting stuff. Aim with one stick, move with another, and shoot everything that moves. There's also a melee whack, and a quick dash move to help you out of sticky situations.
I did like how quickly things can escalate into those sticky situations. 1 second it's all clear, and then before you know it, hordes of very agitated zombies have surrounded you.
Yeah, it's never a big surprise, but it keeps you on your toes. And the fact that everything is so dark helps feed that paranoia that there's a bunch of hungry zombies always lurking somewhere.
There's also a decent, if predictable, assortment of enemies to fight. You've got fat explodey zombies, screamy zombies that spawn in even more zombies, big leapy zombies, and of course lots and lots of normal dumb zombie type zombies.
Every kill you make and stash of loot you find will give you gold, which you then use to buy and upgrade weapons in between sections. And I like the steady pace to the upgrades.
Yeah, pretty much at every checkpoint you'll have enough gold to bump up a few stats or buy a new weapon.
You'll also be chaining up multiplier points, which are key to chasing high scores and climbing the leaderboards. But for every bit of damage you take, you lose a chunk of your multiplier.
And death sets you back to 0, so getting those high scores is no mean feat.
They're good leaderboards though, aren't they? I like the meta game, which splits players apart by nation and then counts every kill in each country. Then every time a country wipes out its share of zombies, it clears one virus cycle, which is basically just a point on the leaderboard.
Yeah, and it's a fun way to use their stats to essentially create a zombie-killing World Cup, if you will. Plus, it's hypnotic watching zombie death tolls updating in real time.
I thought there was a pretty good range of weapons too. You have your go-to rifle with infinite ammo to fall back on at any time, but you unlock a range of more powerful, limited ammo weapons to help you out as well.
The SMG is great for crowd control, the shotty is as reliable a zombie deterrent as ever.
But nothing can stand in the way of the fiery destruction of the flamethrower. Toasty! But if that wasn't enough, you can also round out your arsenal with a range of throwable weapons like grenades, flares, and Molotovs for when things get desperate.
Yes, and it's always fun to combine those with the many exploding parts of the environment for maximum effect. There are a few different modes outside of the campaign, but the most interesting is probably Broadcast Plus, which lets you broadcast a campaign run-through. Except viewers can regularly vote between either helping you or making life harder for you. Which of course they always do.
What a great idea though, to let people watch and interact with your game as you play it. I hope more games try this sort of thing in the future, because it's a whole new kind of Twitch streaming interaction multiplayer kind of thing. What's your final thoughts, Hex?
Well, I think it's a solid twin stick shooter. It's nothing amazing, but as far as hectic zombie slaying action goes, it's pretty good. I'm giving it 7.5.
I think it's best on the couch with a friend. I'm giving it 7.5 as well.